The Inmotion P6 is the most technologically advanced electric unicycle I have ever tested. The Inmotion P6 has the most range of any wheel I've ever ridden. The Inmotion P6 has the most power, the highest speeds, the highest performing electric unicycle ever. Really, every one of those statements are correct. All right, so Duff here. Hey, how you doing? After roughly 2 weeks of owning the P6, well, not owning it, borrowing the P6 from the kind folks at Inmotion and facilitated by Albert, which is much appreciated, I've come to the conclusion of my testing period. I don't know how many videos in total, 9 videos, 10 videos. I have no idea how many videos. Shot a lot of videos. Did a lot of riding on this wheel, well over 100 miles of riding. And got an opportunity to evaluate this wheel from a more normal rider viewpoint, as opposed to people that are on the bleeding edge of performance. There's been a lot of coverage of the P6 and how it works in those situations, but the wheel is good just for an everyday rider like you and me as well, for different reasons. Let's just go over the safety features of this wheel first. Inmotion designed this wheel to be safe. Ironically, the high performance of this wheel gives you safety built in, as far as an incredible amount of headroom at the top end and very, very strong braking. Keeps you out of trouble when you're on the road. The wheel has a adjustable bright headlight. The P6 has a tubeless tire. Tubeless tire is a safety feature based on my experience, where you don't have the possibility of a tube failing while riding, which I've experienced personally. In addition to that, this wheel does not have it, but the production P6s will have a TPMS tire pressure sensor. You'll be able to keep track of the pressure of your tire at all times through the app. It will alert you if your tire falls below a certain threshold. That's a great feature and a first on a wheel included standard. P6 is the first to have that. The P6 suspension system, in addition to being the most plush suspension that I've ever ridden, again, it keeps you safe. Its ability to absorb bumps. If you're going at high speed and you unexpectedly hit a pothole, a bump in the road, which happened to me when I was doing my higher speed riding, the suspension just eats it up like that. Keeps you balanced, keeps you feeling stable, keeps you feeling safe. The wheel has the cellular modem built into it that will allow you to track your wheel in the case that it would be stolen. This is an expensive wheel, and if you are unfortunate enough to have someone steal it, you have the ability to track the wheel through the app to hopefully recover it. That's a great thing as well. The P6 has a lot of quality of life features. It has the same big full color screen that's on the V12S. Allows you to do a lot of the configuration that you would normally do on the app. You can do it right on the screen. It's great. It's visible. I love this screen. It's my favorite screen on any electric unicycle that I've ever used. Trolley handle. It's a similar idea as other Inmotion trolley handles, where it's a pop-up. The actual design of it is the shape of it is a little bit different, but in my practice, it's been strong enough, and it allows me to get a good enough hand grip that I can control the wheel. It is a 112-pound wheel, so it is not light. Just a simple one-button operation there. One of the things that really impressed me right off the bat with this wheel is how good the suspension feels. I've ridden tons and tons of suspension wheels. The suspension on the Inmotion P6 is the most plush that I've ever felt. It has 90 millimeters of travel. It's a hydraulic suspension. It just feels so good. Took it to the swamp on the road, hit lots of bumps and curb drops and step declines, and it felt really, really good. I'm a big fan of the suspension on the P6. I thought the V12S had the best suspension, but I like the suspension on the P6 even more. Pedals, grippy pedals, spiked pedals that were extremely comfortable when I did my 77-mile range test. I had very minimal foot fatigue even after being on the wheel for over 5 hours. Pedals are nice. The dihedral is not that steep. It's just on the flat side. Felt good. I really like the pedals in this wheel. Mentioning the range test, this wheel took me the furthest I ever have gone on a wheel on a single charge. 77 miles and change, 77.19 I believe, or something like that, GPS mileage. And according to someone, they said that that was 174 volts. Someone said that the bottom 0% on this wheel is 168 volts. So if I wanted to push it and go slow, I probably could have gotten 80 miles out of this if I wanted to. But for me, practicality, I don't really like to ride a wheel down to the point where you're going less than 10 miles an hour. That's not really usable range to me. This wheel did get a new firmware update applied to it shortly after I got the wheel, which changed some of the low battery behavior. It not only did it cut down the amount of beeping significantly at low battery, but it also increased the allowable speed levels at low battery percentages. Like I mentioned in the video, at 10% battery, you can still go 36 miles an hour on this wheel. 5%, 31 miles an hour, and 1%, you can still go 19 miles an hour on this wheel. Again, I am not aware of any other wheel that has that capability other than the P6. Let's talk about what gets the most attention with the P6, and that's the performance. It has a 6,000 watt motor, which is rated for 20,000 watts peak. Again, setting new levels, crazy numbers. That motor is powered by 4,200 watt hours of battery, Samsung 50S cells. It's crazy fast. Even though I only took it up to about 50 miles an hour, there's people that have ridden it 60, 70, and Max Berger, as far as I know, he topped that at like 86 miles an hour wheel speed on the P6, which just seems crazy, right? Crazy performance out of this wheel. So if you are looking for the highest performing wheel while keeping you as safe as possible, P6 is the answer, really. There's nothing else that is able to do it as well as the Inmotion P6. The wheel, like many Inmotion wheels, which have excellent build quality, from my experience, the P6 also has a water resistance rating of IPX6. So you don't have to worry about running through puddles, getting water inside the casing of the wheel. It's very water resistant. Oh, did I mention this is a 235 volt powertrain? I don't know that I mentioned that. As of now, it's the highest voltage powertrain on a wheel that is being sold. So really with the P6, I mean, what is there not to love? Well, let's see. It's a heavy wheel, 112 pounds. That's a very heavy wheel. On the flip side, when you're riding this wheel, it's so well balanced, you don't feel that weight. It handles like a wheel that is much lighter. Weight actually makes the wheel feel stable at speed. This wheel feels as stable as any wheel I've ever ridden. I had no issues with wobbles in this wheel whatsoever. I almost always have issues with wobbles on wheels. Nothing on the P6. It never gave me any type of indication that a wobble was oncoming. It felt really good. The pads you see in this, these are the stock pads that come from Inmotion. I think this is pretty much what you get in the box. For me, they're fine. Most people are going to probably want to, more performance riders are going to want to put different pads on here, but for me, they were fine. So really, let's see, the only other thing that you would say negative about the P6 is it's an expensive wheel. 5,000 USD for a P6. Putting it up there with the most expensive wheels out there, like the Oryx and the Panther, even though I don't think that's 5,000 anymore. It's very expensive, but it is one of those situations where it might just be worth the money. So many people have bought the P6s. When they were first announced, I thought the price would be a real barrier and a deterrent, but no, people are seeing that this is the best wheel in the market right now, and they're willing to pay that money for it. So, that old saying, you get what you pay for. I think in this situation, you might actually get what you're paying for, and that is the best electric unicycle in the world right now, in my opinion. So here's the big question, and this is something that I raised on my first ride on the wheel, that I said the one ironic negative I have about this is I was concerned that riding this wheel through a full set of testing and getting to experience firsthand just how good it is might make me want to buy one for myself. Even though I'm not a high-end performance rider, even though I don't need to ride approximately 80 miles on one charge, but at the same time, it's such a good wheel, right? So let's take the questions in order. Do I need a P6 in my reality? Do I need a P6? No, I don't. I have 6 other wheels. No, 7 wheels. I don't need a P6 for the way that I ride, where I ride, how often I ride. Do I want a P6? Yes, yes. I want a P6. Again, who doesn't want the best wheel in the world? Do I want a P6? And then finally, will I buy a P6? Will I buy one? Answer is a definitive maybe. Maybe. I'll see. I've already been running scenarios through my head of how I could change up my collection, possibly sell some of my wheels to offset the expense of buying a P6. So maybe you'll see one join the collection sooner rather than later. No promises, but we'll see. It's a great wheel, guys. It's a great wheel. So that's going to wrap up my series, my testing series on the wheel. All of these videos have been created. Take a second and look at them all if you want to. But if you found this video series or this video interesting, please think about giving it a big thumbs up. If this is your first time visiting my channel, please consider subscribing. If you're already subscribed, you can consider hitting the notify bell that's over there to keep you notified of new live streams, uploads, all that kind of stuff. You could also consider becoming a channel member. Channel membership is inexpensive, gives you perks like early access to videos. My channel members will get to see this video before anyone else, and they got to see all of my other P6 content before anyone else as well. There's perks in live streams, all kinds of perks. So if you hit the join button, it'll show you the different perks you get for being a member. Some of my members have been members for approaching 4.5 years. 4.5 years. So anyways, please leave your comments, suggestions, ideas, and thoughts below about the P6. I've gotten a lot of feedback, a lot of interaction on my videos, and I appreciate it as always. But I think that's it. I think it's time to let the P6 go to its next destination, and I'm very grateful for the time that I got to get to know the wheel and to understand what all the hubbub's about. Because believe me, I do understand now. I do definitely understand. So that's all I have for now. Till next time, Duffman out. Just imagine Christmas morning, you come out to the Christmas tree, you look down, and you see this. Hopefully that's a reality for some of the people out there. Happy holidays. One quick thing I forgot to mention, if you're interested in buying an Inmotion P6 or any of the Inmotion wheels, especially until December 7th when their Black Friday deals run out. There's some great deals right now. I have affiliate links in the description below. Feel free to use them if you would like to support the channel. And that's it. Duffman out.